Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. I thought I'd mention the shit show that is Britain, and currently don't mention it quite as much as I used to, just because it's a shit show. To be honest, it's an absolute shit show. There's bigger fish to fry here. There's world wars on the go. The Epstein files have been released here. There's a whole manner of shit going down. But let's mention Bagwash Britain for a video. So I've got three videos here. I've got ex-British Army Paz, mentioned it before, 200,000 subscribers. Starmer's true loyalty on show, and not to do with Trump, something to do with something else. We've got reasoned here, you won't believe this. Mosques in Britain hold vigils for the Iranian dead dude. And shocking attack, Iranian thugs hunt down Israeli flag hero, British crops crush the chaos. Well, sort of. To kind of add to it in a way. So, yeah, Bagwash Britain, it's all gone to shit here, as everyone knows. Starmer's on the fucking Muslims team here. Hold on.
I want to make clear the UK was not involved in the offensive strikes of the US.
No, the US was not involved in the strikes against Iran, begging to the Muslims here.
And Israel. And that remains the case. As many of you will know.
Ooh, what a despicable. Ooh, I can't put into words how much I truly dislike Keir Starmer. What a snake. So there we have it, folks. That was him at an Islamic iftar somewhere in London, probably his constituency, where he reiterated the fact that we had nothing to do with the killing of the Ayatollah, thus pandering to what is now Labour's main voting base. They've seen what the Muslims can do for the Green Party, and they want their votes. He is willing to...
Well, again, he's edging his bets, isn't he? He's edging his bets, and from what we know, in the long run, I mean, again, I maintain this is when America gets the shit blown out of it. We're not going to get the shit blown out of us, and you need justification for that. So the justification is that we haven't went with America 100%, so we won't get the shit blown out of us like America will in the summer there, we believe. So it's all just sort of playing the narrative, really, again. And yeah, like, probably, don't get me wrong, opening the doors up to Islam. Again, the talk is a one world religion here, and it very much looks, if that's the crack, that it would be Islam. Again, all this could be null and void if it's Satan's little season. They're just kind of playing this out because the Bible talks of these things. Do you know what I mean? So multiple options here, really. But again, even on a sense of the war, I feel it's just us pulling away from America, and when America gets destroyed, the end of liberty and democracy here in the world. We're not going with it. They're just taking liberty and democracy away from us through the back door here, so they don't need to blow us up. So it's a good thing in a way that we won't get blown up, but it is kind of showing you they're going to let Islam in the door here. Again, a lot of things are going to transpire in the next couple of months here, as people may be aware, and it may be slightly evident now if you watch the news. Yeah, a lot of things are going to transpire in the next couple of months and years, and you wouldn't recognise this place in the near future. So again, yeah, Starmer's showing his true loyalty, bowing to the Muslims, but again, as I've explained, to me, it's building the narrative as to why we don't get blown up, and we in effect, it also kind of proves we are going to let Islam in the door here. Not that we already haven't, is another side of it, you know what I mean? Not that we already haven't let Islam in the door here. So yeah, that's ex-army Paz, and it's the thing is, I just think everybody is getting played here. You're all getting played. Ultimately, again, the whole world will be deceived is kind of the crack. So yeah, there's very, 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 very few people who will see the ultimate truth here. And well, it could be us, or it could be these people listening, you listening, if you listen. Like, again, this could all be, and if you do the research, and I have, and have for many, many years, this could be Satan's little season, and everyone's just being deceived to the far ends of the earth here. Even the people who believe in the Bible are being deceived, is the beauty of it. So, yeah, I kind of think it's all a show, it's all deception, it's all a big show for the people, to be honest. And it's playing out tribulation in modern times, but as Satan's little season will tell you if you go and investigate it, the tribulation kind of happened in like 70 AD. There was 1,000 year reign of Christ upon the earth. Again, this will be real hard to believe. But this is the level of the deception that's been spread, because they've managed to lie about everything, like literally everything. And it's a long journey as well, to be honest, to start. I mean, you got to. There's plenty of videos on Satan's little season, but watching one video will not do it, and you kind of have to go into Tartaria as well, and the world fairs, and the world maps, and Terra del Leso, and the Dateline, and all these kind of things again that we've covered. And you can get yourself down there to the point where you can grasp that this is Satan's little season, and there's many other reasons for it as well, like biblical reasons. And again, look around you. Does this look like Satan's world? And it very much does. It absolutely very much does, to be honest. So everybody sit where you want, to be honest, but you might not get to sit there long, is what we're saying here. So, Starmer, again, knobhead, everybody knows he's a knobhead. It's been apparent for a good year. I mean, it's been apparent since Southport, to be honest, that the guy's a knobhead. I think Southport was the dawning light that the man is a knobhead. So, yeah, again, but I just kind of feel what all being played here, and it's like they brought these people into the country for a reason, you know what I mean, as well, with this. Like, everybody celebrating this guy. And even it's boiling over now on the streets of Britain. You've got Iranians attacking Israelis on the streets, I think, of Manchester here. So, yeah, it's really starting to boil over. So all the propaganda for now, a year, 2 years since the October the 7th attack. I mean, whether Israel had a hand in that has been said, to be honest. But whether it's true, I do not know. But it's not far-fetched. It absolutely isn't far-fetched in the world we live in. And again, false flags, etc. So it's not far-fetched. I don't know if it's true, but it isn't far-fetched. And again, ultimately, it's all about raising tensions across the world, to the point where this is happening, that people are fighting in the streets of Britain over conflicts that are on the other side of the world. And that's very much been done to everybody, as we've seen, with the right and the left wing and all of the protests. Everybody's being galvanised to fight here, even by Tommy Robinson. And it's going to boil over, and there'll be blood in the streets, and there'll be civil war, possibly. But that's all part of the plan. Order out of chaos, again, violence and anger and all the bad things, all Satan, you know what I mean, all the bad things. So I'm sure I'm for we're being played here on every level you can possibly imagine. There isn't a level we're not being played on. I mean, even going to the likes of David Icke, etc., Alex Jones, Lado that fucking just met Tommy Robinson, don't trust him either. Russell Brand. We're being played on every level. Every level we're being played on, because that's the game. That is absolutely the game. And again, we will start every revolution against you. There is nobody out there who's fighting for us, really. I don't believe there's not one person who's fighting for us. You're not allowed to. You're absolutely not allowed to here. and be in the public eye. And again, I've very much massive doubts on Tommy Robinson, to be honest, and there's very good reasoning for it all. If you can start connecting all these dots together. So, violence on the streets of Britain here, as you're going to see, it's absolute chaos. This like, well, it's all the dots are all connecting for me anyway. I don't again, you kind of got to do the research. I can't put you where I am, and we try to tell you these videos and to watch this and look into that, and if you don't, then there's nothing I can really do about that. You know what I mean? All I can do is point people in the right direction. A lot of people know more than me. Again, if you go and watch all the Satan's Little Season videos, they knew about this 2, 3, 4 year ago, and yeah, I mean the backing for it really is as well. Is plenty of passages in the Bible mentioning um, the Jesus returning a lot sooner than 2,000 years. Another thing is as well, I've seen many videos of late of people claiming that the rapture is soon. Again, this is a massive deception. The rapture's already been. There is no rapture. Nobody is being raptured here. From what we know, there is no mention of a rapture in Satan's Little Season. Again, massive deception. A lot of people, a lot of believers believing that they're going to be raptured, believing that the wrong part in the Bible. Hence the mass deception. Because the problem I've got is, I keep pointing out here, there's a lot of believers on this earth of Jesus Christ, and we've seen it in with Charlie Kirk, even the thing in Britain, the revival with Tommy Robinson there, etc. There's a lot of people believe in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Well, that would mean that most of the world is not deceived here. So that's not that's not how this is playing out. It really isn't. So these people have to be deceived. So they have to be wrong about the rapture. To be wrong about the return of Jesus Christ. We seen it, yeah, yesterday. The army was even telling the troops in the Dabu video that this was about Armageddon and the turn of Jesus Christ. So again, it very much points in the direction of all this is the deception, and we are in Satan's little season. Again, you'll never sell it to the atheists, but again, maybe the people who are believers can start to see what we're seeing here. You know what I mean? How can everyone be deceived if everybody's right? So yeah, I'm honestly, I stand by it. That Satan's little season every day of the week. So we'll just have a listen to this and see what the people of Britain are up to. Well, they're not English, but the people of Britain.
Proof of extremism in the UK? Well, here you have it. We have got, folks, in the UK, British mosques holding vigils for the now exterminated Ayatollah Khamenei. We have got people crying, putting candles, celebrating the life of a man who led a Islamist extremist regime that will quite happily assassinate women for just showing their hair in public. Okay, this is in the UK, and it's not just
Yeah, but I mean, I can't. Again, you get all this crack that the people of Iran want this and they want that, and you know what I mean. But is it not like Sharia law in Iran, and is that not what they want to bring in here? So why are they all massively against the Islamic regime here when they're Islamic? Yeah, I'm seeing problems with this. Again, you're being painted this picture by the mainstream media that all these Iranians are happy. And don't get me wrong, we have seen some singing and dancing, but they're all the ones that live in Western countries, in democracies here. They don't live in the Sharia law, so to speak. So it's two ideologies, and as many people have said, these ideologies don't exactly mix and probably never will. Well, that's partly why all these people are here, because all this was always going to happen, and now it's going to go to shit everywhere is part of the plan, you know what I mean? Order out the chaos again. Again, if you didn't have multiple thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of in effect the enemy in your country, again, I mean, this is the proof of it, you know what I mean? This is the absolute proof of it. These people are in our country in mass, in absolute mass, and again, if you're going with just a religious basis of Islam versus sort of Christianity, Catholics, the Jews. Although, as we've seen from the Epstein files, us Catholics and Christians should be nowhere siding with the Jews here, because these Jews are not the Jews of the Bible that is spoken of by God. And these Jews don't give single shit about us. We're the Gollum here, you know what I mean? Or the Goyim or whatever. We're subservient to these people. They believe pretty much what the Muslims believe, you know what I mean? In the Quran here, if you're not for Islam, then you're a lower being and you should serve them. Well, apparently the crack is that the Israelis think exactly the same fucking thing here, to be honest. So, none of us should be with either of them. That's the beauty of this, again, and this is the proof of it. It's boiling over in our streets in Britain. These people are Iranian. This is an Israeli. And it's in our country, and ultimately we're getting dragged into, and you can massively see that that's happening. You've got to be a fool not to see it. We are being dragged into this conflict. Like this is what's the game is. This is the aim of the game. Bring violence to the streets of Britain and Europe over conflicts across the world, to bring chaos, which they can then bring order and bring in more rules and bring in the new world order, so to speak. And yeah, it's all part of the plan, but we're being, again, with all these protests on the Saturday and the migrants and the left wing, we're all being we're fucking thinking for war here, you know what I mean? The will to fight, because the will to fight's the biggest thing you need to fight. You know, if you don't have the will to fight, you're not going to fight here. So how do you boil people up inside to get them to fucking fight? Well, they're doing very well here, from what I can see. All these protests on Saturdays about the migrants, again, bringing all the migrants in, which is clearly being done on purpose. But again, why is it being done on purpose? To do for everything that is literally transpiring here. Everybody is playing the game. Everybody is playing along to the game, and falling for ultimately, well, falling into the trap. Falling into the trap. Yeah, the best thing you can do really is sit on your hands, shut your mouth, say very little, and not that I'm doing that obviously, but we're trying to get you on the right page here, yeah. But I think the best possible option is do nothing, and whatever the general public or the mass public or the majority do the absolute complete opposite. And COVID was proof of that as well. Like, whatever the majority do when they're all lining up for vaccines there, do the opposite. And that's been the rule for a long time, but it has been really the rules, absolutely, definitely, since COVID. Whatever the majority are doing, do the complete opposite here. So, yeah, it's going to be a shit show. Again, they're in our country here. It's Islam again, and they look like they're opening the door for Islam. So we're in a lot of trouble here. We're in a massive lot of trouble again, and as this escalates in the Middle East and America gets destroyed, we think, in the summer there, and that's the end of liberty and democracy. The real hammer of Islam is going to come down even further at that point. And again, that could be the civil war in Britain escalating here, because the Muslims at that point go to take full control. So if the future's a shit show, I promise you, absolutely promise you. So yeah, again, the people cannot wrap their head round the top level of what's going on here, I find. And the very, very top level, there is no left, there is no right. It's all, we're all being played, even by Tommy Robinson, we're being played by Russell Brand, we're being played by David Icke, we're being played by Alex Jones, we're being played by everybody. This is a very big game, and it's a very important game. That's what you've got to understand here as well. This is life or death. You know what I mean? This is life or death, and not just that. This is about ultimately your soul. Believe it or not. I mean, the stakes are real high here. There literally couldn't be any higher. These stakes, life or death, and your soul. It's the highest stakes of all time for everybody. So it's coming to terms to grasp that that's what's going on here is another factor. Grasping that is the game here. The game is life and death at this point, and it's also ultimately about your soul. And if you can grasp that, then you'll maybe get to the bottom of this. And hopefully a lot of you already have, and will in the very, very near future, because we are massively running out of time here. And they will take the internet off us, I guarantee it. They will absolutely take the internet off us. They're already started with the Online Safety Act, etc. VPNs and fucking digital IDs. It's all coming down. It's all absolutely coming down. And with emergency powers and the knobhead of Starmer, the knobhead Starmer here, he could implement anything he wants in emergency powers in a wartime scenario. So you've got to. It's all coming. I can guarantee you, it's all coming. It was always coming. It's just they've sneaked along and sneaked along and sneaked along, so nobody noticed. And then we got to COVID, and it's been fucking right. Let's go overdrive here. Let's go overdrive. And in the last 2 years, or the last year, absolutely overdrive, because we're nearing the end of the game. We're absolutely nearing the end of the game here. So, yeah, sit where you will, do what you want, think what you want, be what you want, be where you want, but ultimately the hammer's coming down, in the words of Queen here. So you might not get to do all of them things quite as long as you think you might. And you should maybe educate yourself, find the truth, would be the advice. So we'll have a watch of this chaos anyway. That's what the video was about. So just Visa News Daily here. I'll make the screen bigger and play it. Visa News Daily, 27,000 subscribers. Good channel for keeping you up to date. Alright. Wrestling news.
Please come to the teams and walk away now! Everyone, stand!
See, hand. Nothing else? Oh, nothing.
Picture's not the best, but I have made it bigger. I don't know if you make it smaller for you, if that'll be better. Looks like Manchester to me, to be honest. Again, the back streets of Manchester would be my guess. I don't know for definite, but that's where I put my money, the back streets of Manchester here. Again, go to Manchester, go to Birmingham, go to London, go to Cardiff, go to Leicester, go to fucking half of the Midlands, to be honest, Wolverhampton, fucking go to all these places, and we're absolutely surrounded by these people. And I don't mean that to be racist or offensive or anything at all. I'm just kind of pointing out reality here. We're absolutely surrounded by them. There must be 15 to 20 million people in this country that are foreigners, right? That aren't British, that aren't English. There must be 15 to 20 million. Well, no, I'll take that back. Maybe not quite that many. But then you've got like young sort of Asian lads. I mean, there must be 5 million of these that were born here, maybe 5 to 10 million. They were actually born in Britain. The parents came over quite some time ago. They were born here. They have a British and English passport because ultimately they are English and British. They were born here. Their heritage isn't, but according to where you were born across state lines, they are British. So this is the whole problem with the remigration thing, that is never going to happen. Absolutely never going to happen. It's not a plan at all. You're just being fed bullshit by people. It's not a plan. It's the theory of a plan that they'll entice you with. But it's never going to happen. It's not a reality. They're never going to attempt it at all. So you maybe should ask questions about Rupert Law, whether he's in on this or he's just naive. But yeah, so say you've got 20 million foreigners here, but let's say 5 to 10 million of them aren't actually foreigners. They're classed as British or English. Well, when you try to eject 20 million people, 10 of which you can't really, These people are going to put up a fight. That is civil war right there. It's never happening. This idea is never happening. And the people of the world, or Britain, are that selfish in general that the reality is we would need to close all the airports and just ship out the foreigners 24 hours a day in every plane we had, which costs money for fuel, etc. as well. We're just getting rid of foreigners now. No one's going on holiday because we haven't got time to take off from the airports. There's no time here. You know what I mean? Every plane's taking foreigners away. We've got 20 million of them here. Do you know how many planes that's going to take, and how long of a time that's going to take? So there's no holidays anymore for anybody. You're all having to stop in Britain. Oh no, we can't. No, we want our holidays. So there's that plan fucked. Do you know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean. We're always in catch-22 here. And the reality is that this remigration issue it's a non-starter. It's an absolute non-starter. It will never happen. Nobody will ever even attempt it, to be honest. I can tell you now, it will never be attempted. You're just being hypnotized to a form that somebody might help you and solve this problem, but this problem's too far gone in reality. Like this needed sorted 20 years ago before they started all this. Like, again, people don't even talk about the legal migration, which is up to about 800,000 people a year here. So, I mean, the amount of planes coming in with all these people on, do you know what I mean? We're not sending any back. So, it's all, again, for me, everyone's just hypnotized. We're being lied to. We're being played. And everything's going to plan. Like, everything is absolutely going to plan here. Nothing's going wrong for the global agenda here. It's all absolutely 100% on track. Everybody's playing along to the agendas. Everybody's took hook, line and sinker for one thing or another, be it the left wing, be it the right wing. Everybody's fell for something. So, yeah, we're just absolutely being played. Sorry, I was supposed to be playing all this fucking chaos here. I've absolutely started fucking waffling on again here. The pitch is real bad, but we'll crack on. Hold on.
Move! Over there now!
Easy, more damage of hand damage! Well, yeah, he ain't listening to anyone now, is he?
I mean, fuck being a copper now, like, and these people probably, I mean, they might have an inkling, but I don't think they truly know what's coming down the road here, like, because there's a shit show coming, boys. Yeah, they don't pay you enough, to be honest. They absolutely don't pay you enough for what's happening in Britain currently and what's coming in the near future. They absolutely don't pay you enough. Apparently people are packing in the police like there's no tomorrow. Especially the older ones. That's a bad thing because you're getting younger ones that don't really, well, it's all about the training now. And the training's probably focused towards fucking rioting police, because that's the way the country's absolutely going now. Again, I would massively advise not to go into the police force at this point. Again, you could lose your life down the road here, again, when it gets real bad. And it is escalating. It is absolutely escalating, and as well, tensions escalate. People's tensions could escalate again. We're not even a week into this war, and it's all going to shit, isn't it? It's all going to shit. So yeah, I would massively advise against becoming a policeman in the near future. It's not going to be a safe job for you at all, to be honest, or anybody. Again, the streets of Enoch Powell, rivers of blood, absolute rivers of blood here, coming down the line.
I'm assuming so, yeah. Fucking crazy, bro.
I mean, what the fuck's this? I should put the Benny Hill music over this. You know what I mean? Let's get it again. I won't. I'll have to do the music. Can't be fucked finding it again. Will it? Here we go. Fucking Benny Hill here. Look at this. Look at this fucking shit show. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Has he climbed in the van? I think he's climbed in the police van. Oh my god, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, he's climbed in. Like, he wants arrested boys and they're de-arresting him at force. What's going on? Now they're going to arrest him and put him back in. What the fuck? Oh, we're back here.
Gather round because what I'm about to tell you.
Fucking, what's the stat? What have we just witnessed there? What the fuck have we just witnessed there? Right, hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. Right, the guy's distraught. Let's play through this. The guy's distraught on the floor here, without the Benny Hill music this time. The guy's distraught on the floor. The police, are you okay, sir? Are you okay? No, I want arrested. You can't be arrested, sir. I want arrested. I'm fucking getting in this van if he fucking kills me. No, sir, you cannot. Fuck you, I'm going in the van. You can't, sir. You can't. I'm in the van. Fuck off. No, fuck off. I'm getting arrested. You're not being arrested. You are. I am. You're not. You are. I'm not. Fucking get out the fucking van. I mean, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? Just let him be arrested. Now you're going to arrest him. Like, what? What a shit show. I mean, can anyone else believe this scene? Is this real? Is this Benny Hill? I mean, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck is going on here? Jesus Christ.
Reminder of the threats lurking on our own streets. In the heart of Manchester, a proud city that stood as a beacon of British.
Yeah, I fucking knew it was Manchester. It's gone to shit in Manchester. We all knew it. Charlie Veach has kind of reported that for quite a while.
Resilience through wars and hardships. An outrageous incident unfolded that should make every true patriot's blood boil. Picture this. A man.
My blood isn't boiling, no. Again, that's because that's the whole point. That's what I've been trying to explain with all this video. That's the point, isn't it? That they're trying to get your blood to boil. They're trying to get tensions to rise over. They're trying to get you angry. They're trying to get you fighting. So the best thing you can do is do nothing and sit on your hands here and just believe in Yeshua. And everything will be alright in the end. It won't be alright for quite a while, but in the end, it'll be alright. It's going to be really not alright for quite a while, to be honest. But in the end, it'll be alright. You know what I mean? So, but it won't be alright if you get angry and kill people and hurt people and do stuff like this. This is kind of what these people are trying to do, you know what I mean? But if you just sit on your hands and take what's coming, yeah, there'll be a brighter day. There'll be a brighter day. So, yeah, again, I'm just kind of repeating the scenes here now, but, well, absolute shit show, obviously. Again, I still haven't wrapped my head around what's going on with this guy here, who wants to be arrested. But, the police don't want to arrest him. He really wants to be arrested, though. He wants in that van there, we all seen it. Because there's grabbing the clapper's leg here. Help me, sir. Help me. Oh, it's the Israeli guy, I think. That's right, hold on a minute here. This is the guy that has been multiply attacked by all the fucking Iranians. So, I don't know why he's trying to get in the police. Maybe just for safety, to be honest. Maybe just for safety. He has been brutally attacked by people here. So, yeah, I don't know if he is an Israeli or he's just carrying the flag in support here. Probably an Israeli, but he might just be carrying the flag in support. But yeah, all these tensions now, again, even like the Palestinian flag hated by the right wing, the Israeli flag hated by the left wing. Yeah, all happening on the streets of Britain, England, massive tensions over other countries. So, stand down would be my absolute advice here. Absolutely stand down here. There is no saving Britain at this point. That's the other thing you've got to understand here, that there is no saving Britain. Britain's gone. Britain is absolutely gone here. These are the scenes. This is the proof. This is just one incident at night time in Manchester. the country's gone here. I mean, you can fight, yeah, for your country if you want, but it'll ultimately end in you probably getting hurt, ultimate defeat in the end. All you can do now is stay safe, absolutely stay safe, stock up, stay safe, keep your head down, and protect your family, protect yourself, and protect your family, but don't go out looking for trouble. Absolutely don't go out looking for trouble here. Stand your ground. You can, there's nothing wrong with standing your ground and possibly protecting yourself, but don't be going out looking for trouble here. That's the aim of this game, it seems. And again, this is going to boil and boil and boil. So, yeah, I'll leave it there, I think. But to me, again, well, the sound of falling, well, fuck me. I mean, you said it. You absolutely said it here. Falling into the abyss. One eye as well. Absolutely one eye. So, yeah, and the left eye as well. It's all there. It's absolutely all there. It's all been summarised in the advert at the end of the video. We'll leave it there. Peace.